we go. So essentially, I'm taking two different chord shapes. And I'm going to show you this in the key of A, an A major 7th to a B minor 7th. And then what I do is I take the two most important pentatonic shapes, the minor and the major. And I've used those interchangeably because they work. So, you know, this is a classic. We can call it a classic jazz. So like maybe the 2-1 progression, basically. But I'm starting on a 1 and going up to the 2. And you can use this for anything rock, you know. Now to make an A major 7th, say you're making a C sharp minor, you know, where your root's the 5th string. You know, here's an A minor. Use your 2nd, 3rd, and 4th finger. So I move this so that 3rd finger's on the 6th fret of the 4th string. And now, instead of playing a C sharp, we're going to mute that 5th string. Your first finger is going to go on the A. This is why this is an A major 7th. So if you didn't know how to make that. Okay, and I'm not playing that first strings. If it comes out a little bit, that's okay. Then to a B minor 7th, we can make it like this. It's easier. A major 7th to B minor 7th. I like to play it this way, where I'm barring the 4th, 3rd, and 2nd strings. In this particular case, as a B minor 7th, I'm on the 7th fret of the 4th, 3rd, and 2nd strings, and my 2nd finger is on that B, the root. So I'm just doing this kind of strum. Down, down, up, down, up, down, down. You know? So, A major 7th, B minor 7th. Now, if you're familiar, and I'm not really going to go over this. I'm going to try to keep this video a little shorter. But, you know, I've demonstrated this 3-4 different times, different keys. This is the A major up and across. Once again, it's a pentatonic. Penta meaning 5. 5 different notes being played. But the whole scale in and of itself covers just about the entire guitar neck. So I use from A major, I'm using part of that scale. And I'm going to go over, I'm going to show you pretty much in detail what I use. I'll give you a couple of applications. And then when I go to B minor, because I'm just playing A major 7th and B minor 7th, I'm still going to be playing in A, but now, instead of playing the major scale, the major pentatonic, and that's the up and across, I'm going to go to A's relative minor, which in this case, and if for those of you who have been, you know, watching my videos as they come out, and I really thank you guys for all your time and watching me and you know, your subscriptions. But here's A, and go down 3 half steps to F sharp, right? So F sharp, and then now you're just going to use the pentatonic. And you can use it with the blues scale. Now the one that I got up here, that's an A, but you take that root and just use that finger pattern. Because if you haven't played this before, then you should check out my videos. Come back to this video, pause this video, go back to my videos, how to play a blues scale, how to play a blues scale with the extension, how to play the A major up and across, because this is what good guitar players do, you know? My teacher taught me this, And I'm not trying to say I'm good or anything like that, but I've been playing for a long time, so I know my scales, I know some stuff, and I guess maybe I'm pretty good. But so I'm using, well, in D minor 7th. So I'm just using basically that. And if you're familiar with the blues scale with the extension, you're gonna have no problem. But I play that pretty much over the B minor 7th, A major. So what I'm doing here is I'm going right to where it's circled. So if you're familiar with this, because you memorized the finger pattern and you've already transposed, and if you're familiar with this and you memorized the fingering pattern and you've already transposed and you're getting pretty fluent with it, not only can you play it in A major and B minor 7th, now we'll go up here, but you could also do this in G major 7th. Let's see if I'm in tune here. Just got new strings put on this. Had a couple of tuning heads changed. All right, so there we go. So G major 7th to A minor 7th. So G major 7th, play the G major up and across. It's the exact same thing as this, but instead of starting on the 5th fret of the 6th string, you're going to start on the 3rd fret. And go to A minor. Okay? So what's the relative minor of G major? E. So G major, A minor. I'm in the blues scale of E minor. Okay, an E, pentatonic, an E. So G major up and across to A minor. Now I'm up in E. That's how it works. So whatever, if you start on A, you want to play the major scale first, then you just go up 2 from the A. Instead of making the A major 7th, make the B minor 7th and use the relative minor for A. And the other example here is G. So use the G. Now the E minor. And that's how easy that is. You have any questions about that? You know, shoot me a text on the comment section, and I'll respond to it. It's not that difficult. I'm assuming that a lot of you who have been watching the channel are familiar with these scales. All right, these are the two most important pentatonic scales, the pentatonic minor and the pentatonic major scales that you got to learn. Then go check out some of the other minor scales, like all the E-type 1, 2, and the C and the A. Look at the modes, look at the melodic and the harmonic minors. And then you got a good solid foundation, you know, and then you can start, you know, exploring some really, really heady stuff, you know, getting to some, I don't know, man. Some of those guys, like that Holdsworth guy, holy cow, the stuff that guy does is incredible. All right, hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, I hope you guys haven't seen this. It was my daughters, when they were small, put that on there, but I've had this guitar for 25 years. I got it for 250 bucks. Goes for about 700 now. It is a hybrid. So this is a Washburn. Got that at a musician's friend before they got bought out. Everything's going corporate, but I've talked long enough. If you like this video, please subscribe and keep playing and have fun.